Time to get some keys to the game. Our insider, Dan Bickley from Bickley and Murata, Arizona Sports 98.7 FM, joins me on the field with more. Dan, we'll just get right to it. The Cardinals are winning, and it rained here at the stadium today. What are we watching, man?
I don't know what we're watching, but 3-game winning streaks in the NFL, they're no joke. They're very hard to do, and this football team is kind of, I won't say stumbled into a winning formula. They've created this formula, and you've heard about winning behavior that Jonathan Gannon likes to talk about so much. It's actually now translating into actual winning. So how's that happen? It's happening because they're executing at a real high level. They have not allowed a touchdown in this building in the last 2 games, and their special teams, I can't recall a time when they have played this well in every element of special teams. So, the question is, do you believe after what you saw? Why not?
Why not? The Valley should root for this
now,
team.
when?
Exactly.
Right.
They're winning.
Right.
The most impressive thing you saw at this game was what?
The way the Cardinals just ripped through the Bears' defensive front running the football. For them to spin a touchdown out of that final drive of the first half, that is the second half of football that has ended in disaster for the Bears, dating back to the Jaden Daniels Hail Mary, and it really kind of swung the game for good.
And also, they had to battle hail in the stadium, too.
Yeah, whoever thought that,
That's
right?
what those Bears fans get for, for showing up today.
Listen, I tell you what, these obnoxious, loudmouth Chicagoans, and I can say that because I'm one of them, when I came into the stadium today, I could not believe the sheer volume of Bear fans. Replica jerseys from Brian Urlacher to Dick Butkus, you name it. Vats full of Italian sausage. They thought this was going to be another party. They had never lost in this building, Cam. Yeah. They were 3-0 in this building. And as I've said repeatedly, this is how you do it. This is how you get these infidels out of the stadium. When they think they can roll into your building and feel comfortable and feel happy and leave with a victory, this is what you give the opposition, and that will keep them from coming here. So I couldn't be happier. It's good to see this team finally planting a flag in this stadium.
How about the offense, to have the identity that they do, to be this physical smash mouth? You're not going to beat this type of offense.
Yeah, no, listen, and that's why
no matter who gets it done, right?
No, exactly. And what they have done over the stretch of last season through now, the rushing games of over 200 yards, this is not common in the NFL. They're a victory away from being 6-4 going into the bye week. With a soft schedule coming out of it, they're in first place. Who would have ever thought that a month into the season?
Clearly they did, right?
Well,
they believe.
Clearly they do, because they've got really good leadership. And, after the game, Jonathan Gannon credited the leaders of this team by saying they don't tolerate no bull bleep. I guess they don't.
All right, time to bring in our insider, Craig Morgan, with the PHNX Cardinals podcast. Joins me on the field. Keys to the game with Craig Morgan. And Craig, this team, somehow, some way, they just keep winning and stacking, just like we thought at the beginning of the year, right?
Like we thought after Green Bay, right? When that was probably the low point of the season. You're thinking, here we go again. The rebuild goes on, and now they've won 3 straight. They haven't allowed a touchdown in their last 2 home games. They're in first place, and wow, what are we talking about now, Cam? What are we talking about?
How crazy is this? They have over 300 yards total offense. 2 catches by the receiving corps, right? And look at what they were able to do offensively. How crazy is what they were able to do on the offensive side today?
Yeah, I can tell you that James Conner and Amari DeMercado really liked what they did on offense today, because they were feeding today. It was weird to see a defense like that. That's a good defense over there. Just get gouged in the run game. Absolutely gouged. The Cardinals were unreal. And the play that, everybody's going to be talking about, DeMercado right before the half, takes it to the house. That changed the whole game. That almost put the game away.
And then also, they've been able to do that. They've been able to run the clock out. And it seems like teams can't recover from it. That's their identity. We're just going to run the clock out, right?
Yeah, nobody thought that at the beginning of the season, did they? You got Marvin Harrison Jr., you got Michael Wilson, you got Trey McBride, you've got Kyler Murray at quarterback. This is going to be a passing offense, right? Nope. The identity of this team, you're right. Right now, this is a run-first offense.
All right, explain to me, how does this underfunded defense that's got so many injuries up front figure out ways to get after the quarterback and shut down a Bears offense?
Man, I have no idea, actually. Nick Rawls had his second baby. The defense didn't even know about it. So apparently that wasn't inspiration for them either. But it's just a bunch of fill-in guys that are getting the job done. We talked to JG after the game about it, and it's a mindset, right? It's a matter of doing your job, executing, being coached up. I can't believe what they're accomplishing, but I will say this. They have earned the right to get an addition at the trade deadline. Make a deal, Monty.
All right, here we go. Finally, speaking of deals, did you get a chance to talk to J.J. Watt before the game and ask him if he's going to bring hockey back to the desert?
I've been trying to talk to JJ about that for a while. He's mum right now.
Okay, mom's the word. Maybe one day, if it happens, Craig will know about it.